Hey guys, and welcome back again to me, Ben, playing City Skylines, today in my city of Springvalley. So today we're back again here with a huge and massive traffic problem, and I think unfortunately I will have to reorganize my whole traffic flow, city, whatnot through the city, because as you can see, there are so many occasions where the traffic is just blocking up, like this here, that here. So I'm wondering about a couple of things. Would it already help if, for example, if I replaced most of the standard roads with those bigger roads here? Would that already be a solution? And the other question I have, would that be future-proof? Which is essential to know, because obviously, like you never know how things develop over time. So I'm not sure. Like, I still have my historical on and off ramp thingy happening here, but this would actually be a great location to let a highway pass through town, through my city. And would that be reasonable? Like, looking at the scenery, and would this solve any of my problems here? Would this solve anything? Just curious to get to know more about whether I can pull this off or whether I can't. I'm just wondering. Like, this whole train station thing, I think it did not really help. Like with my monorail, that not really helped with the traffic flow at all. The one thing that I wanted to change, so maybe I'm doing something else. I'm trying something else, because I'm not really into like having a highway run through my whole city today, and this episode is like kind of the perfect episode for you to understand like how difficult it can be at some point in time to fix traffic issues. And I think some of it might actually stem from my bus lines. And this sounds kind of weird, but for example here, everything's blocked just because of some buses running through town. So I'm interested and curious to change maybe the bus to something smaller here. The reason why I'm doing this is actually because those articulated buses, they are using up a lot of space in my city, and I'm wondering whether me changing the buses to a more standard bus would actually help in some of the occasions. So that's what I'm trying first. And then maybe it's also time to introduce a subway system. And I just wanted to wait with that, to be honest, for a bit. But maybe it's time to do that. So let me take a look at what I can do here. So it's a train, it's a metro. I don't want to have any other things running above ground. So what can I have here? So I want to have a metro station here. So I'm placing down, not randomly, but I'm placing down metro stations now in my downtown area. And it should be located at a spot where I can actually reuse it and like stay in line with the existing thing. And the reason why well, you could say I'm cheating here, because as you can see, I placed a subway station right below this building. The reason why I'm doing this is because there are almost everywhere in the world there are occasions and like so many cities where the subway entrance is just located beneath a building. I'm just wondering why those people or the businesses or the things close by the subway actually don't like having it. Because I think overall it's a huge improvement for the city. So I just want to move that ever so slightly to a different spot. It's also huge traffic here. So I'm adding one more subway station here. I'm just wondering whether I can make all those a bit more visible here. Does that help me with the layout? Yeah, it does. I think I kind of get a better understanding of what we are up to here. So there has to be another. Nah, I think that's not good. Me not seeing that here. I don't want to see the contour lines, not the zoning, not the grades. Yeah, probably the grades. So I'm putting down a subway station here, right next to this other station. So I can bring things forward a little bit. Like here, like there. Then we definitely need another station, probably over here, and maybe another station over there. I just want to keep them in line as best as I can. Why do people not like it? It's really strange, because it's so beneficial for the city in general to have a subway really close by and a good working subway network. So even this here would make sense, and then we need some other things here. Well, I'm sorry. Probably here. Sorry for that confusion. So maybe there we should have another one. And here we need to have another one as well. So is that looking good? I think I need another one in this district. Just to make sure that like as many people as possible are supplied and supported with the subway. So here it gets less dense, I would say. There we have one. Do we need one over here as well? I think we do need another one over here. And probably one over there. There is another entrance, and then I want to bring things also to here. Or maybe that's something I'm going to wait for. Yeah, probably I'm waiting for that. So, metro tracks. I'm putting you guys down. So now I have to make sure that I'm connecting those up. Oh. But why did it change that? Why did it do that? Okay, back to the metro, back to the train lines, curved mode. Is it the subway? Yeah, it should be. It has to be the subway underground metro station. So I'm trying to connect those up now. I'm speeding things up for you now, just for the next minute or so. So you won't have to wait that long. So at that point in time, I definitely want to thank you for joining me today. I hope this is going to be another fun episode of me playing City Skylines in my city of Spring Valley. And in case you haven't joined me yet or haven't followed me yet, please leave me a like, follow my channel here. I very much appreciate it. So let's get started and dive right into it. Thank you very much. So this is where we are at the moment, and now something you shouldn't forget about is like setting up subway lines here, just to make sure. Well, I've seen a couple of people or city builders that actually make sure that they build separate lines across town. So I want to have something like a circle line here. Okay, that's maybe something I have to change here. That's fine. So I want to continue that line and work from here to there. I'm just curious. Okay, again, next step. So I have to delete both of them. Don't wanna keep it like that, obviously, because it won't work, or at least it will not work. Metro line 2. Yeah, I wanna delete this line. And I want to make sure that this here connects up, but honestly I don't know how to do that. So I'm just doing it again. I'm deleting both lines. So people don't like that for sure. Yeah, they do not. So I'm curious whether that works. Okay, that does work. There's another station. There's another station. There's another station. I'm just trying to connect all the major stations together. One is here, one is over there, and then we're closing that circle. Then we for sure have another. I'm checking it again. Like, it's sometimes a bit hard. Yep. So delete that. The other one is closed, which is fine. So create a new line. Again, same mistake here. Metro line 2, I'll delete it again. So from here We go up there. We go over there. Get down there. Get down here. Back there. Back to here. Back to here. And back to there. So this could also be like a one-way. I wasn't aware of that. Just circling back and forth on one line. How come? Okay, deleting that again. For whatever reason, it didn't work. So here. Back to here. So are now all stations connected? I think not yet in a good way. Creating a new line. Completing this one. And I want to have another circle line, or kind of a circle line. Why is that not working? So it's not ideal. The way I set up this network is not very ideal, to be honest. But I want to give it a try. Let the game run for a bit, just to make sure that I get a better understanding. Automated info views, and now we're okay. I'm back to normal again, so I will have to wait and see. I'll let the game run now for a couple of minutes to see how my traffic flow changes. Hopefully it kind of does. Because otherwise I might have to change my whole setup here significantly, and I want to see, yeah, there is a metro already running, or a couple of them are already circling back and forth through everything, so that's good. So I'll give it a few minutes, and I want to make sure that everything's set up correctly, and I think there is one line that again misses a stop here. Metro line 5, incomplete. So let me check back on this here. It's kind of the... So I have to remove it again. I think this is pretty inconvenient. And it's kind of surprising that you cannot really make some turns sometimes. Okay, so that's about it. There's another stop. There should also be somewhere another stop. There should be another stop. And back to this here. So I'm circled that line too. So hopefully I haven't missed any of my things here. Okay, so I'll let the game run now as promised. I'll just switch to the traffic view because I'm interested how my traffic flow will evolve over time. So I'll speed things up and I'll let the game run for a few. I'll be back for you. So I can see a couple of things here by watching this. Those cars here are making strange detours for whatever reason. And I don't get it. Like, they're circling back and forth, though it might be an issue with one of the lane setups I made yesterday. So that allows them this here. Okay, I have to check every crossing here, I feel. Like whenever there's something coming up. So you move, everybody moves. Like this here. What's happening here? What's happening there? What's happening there? So where are all those people going to? They are making detours across town for what reason, man? Why are you doing that? It's so ridiculous. Like, you're staying in one lane, traveling back and forth from one side to the other. And this is kind of strange, really it is. So I'm wondering, and it can only be the reason that there is something wrong with the lane management here, or the turns that are allowed. Maybe I should give it a try and replace everything, like with 4-lane roads. I do not really like them. The only advantage is, like for me, that they are 4 lanes and still small. So I want to replace all of them. That's fine. Yeah, businesses, offices, I'm wondering why they don't like it, because it looks way more downtowny than it did before. And I feel that this is kind of an improvement, at least for that part of my city. And I'm still wondering, why are they making those detours here? So hopefully I replaced all of the roads here. Like, is there a reason why I should not? So that should be fine-ish and all changed by now. I'm also changing this here. And those roads with the monorail on top of it, that causes so many issues. So I want to remove like all of that, because that's just ridiculous. And I'm wondering how. I just delete everything. Oh no! Did I? Did I honestly influence that kind of thing somehow? Okay, I'm checking my settings for this crossing again. You can move, obviously, and you should also move. You should also move. I so much hope that this gets better over time, like in City Skylines 2. I so much hope for that. Because it's like, the way how this turns out is not really pleasant. And sometimes you have, like, you're facing those challenges anyway in City Skylines. And I think it won't get any better as soon as we get to a point a certain point in City Skylines 2. I'm sure it will not get any better. It will make things like even they should all be moving. Like, this is ridiculous. I want to set this to traffic lights on just to help them sort themselves out. This is turned off. So for what reason are you waiting here? Oh, this is all blocked. All blocked. Why are you guys making those detours? But it's getting slowly better, isn't it? Like, I have the slight impression that it's less worse than it has been. And I'm just wondering, like, setting up another traffic light here might help them to organize themselves. Oh, those buses. Honestly, they are blocking everyone. So that's about it. There are still people parking here. I don't like to see that. And I should provide them with a priority here. Switch. And they will have to slow down and wait and see whatever comes up. And this again has to be changed. Deleted into the standard thing. Okay, this is piling up here. That's piling up there. This is piling up here. Come on, guys. How do you want to travel here? Like, really? So I want to set up traffic lights. There are traffic lights in place. Guys, you have to wait until everything turned green now, don't you? Why are those turning? Maybe I should set at least something here. And I think another issue here is that they won't be able to switch lanes here. Middle, like, I don't want to see anything happening here. And I believe that, like, even here, yeah, we don't have a middle, so they don't have a chance to switch lanes. That could be probably one of the issues that I'm having here. Like, it's all too close together. There are two nodes. That should help them sort themselves out. Here, I need another one. Like a middle lane here. Again, okay, there I do have a node. Or I seem to have a node. Yeah, they're switching lanes as well, so that's okay-ish. There's also a node. There's another node. There are many nodes. So I'm just checking my nodes here to make sure that everyone's able to switch whenever they need to. And do not make any detours. So probably. Whoa. another situation here. We have an issue. Oh, guys, we do have a huge issue here. So all this public transport thing, I so much don't like it in City Skylines 1, to be honest. It's so ridiculous. Like, what's happening here? Why, guys? Why are you just moving from A to B? So what's the problem here? Just want to take a look at that. And suddenly, like, it exploded in some kind of way here. It suddenly exploded. For whatever reason. And nobody's going here, nobody's going over there. I'm not sure whether it was really wise to put in that monorail. Somehow. I'm not sure about this. Like, this is now a real drastic move that I'm going to make here. But I'm removing all my monorail tracks here. I just don't want to have them. Does not make any sense. This turned out to be one of the bad decisions, at least from my perspective. Maybe I'm completely mistaken, and I will realize that as soon as I'm going back to... So I'm resetting all this. Then I have to... Oh, that's the wrong mode. Oh, this is really like a massive change to my city network in general. And then obviously I also have to remove all the stations later on. So that's gonna take me a while. I'll fast forward it for you here and I'll be back for you. So hopefully everything's done by now. So I removed, as you could see, I did remove all the monorail stations now, because I think this was absolutely necessary. And yeah, right now I'm waiting to see what the traffic is doing in my town, in my little city here, whether it's still behaving like stupid. And I think also all those bus stations. So going back, so sometimes I feel like this whole monorail thing just destroyed my whole traffic flow, but on the other end, like reaching a certain threshold of about 75k, and I remember that leads very often to the fact that you see suddenly a huge increase in your traffic across town, like literally everywhere. But it looks as if things are slightly getting better. So we're back at 78%. I'm not too confident yet. I will let the game sit and run for a couple of minutes. I'll sit here and watch what those cars are doing and up to. So I'll be back for you in a few minutes. So I thought it kind of got better, and it actually did not, which is very unpleasant. I just don't get it. Like, what are those guys doing? Maybe I have to change even more roads into large roads. Just upgrading whatever I can here into like bigger roads for now, at least. Can I? No. Obviously I can't. And this should be like another new thing here. Not the ground mode. I didn't see that coming. That's so annoying. So I'm deleting you guys. Sorry, you have to go. The traffic flow getting any better? No, 75%. Well, this would be a perfect task for Biffa, I think. Like, this is clogged up everywhere. So is it the attraction of my college here? Not sure about this. No idea whether that would change anything. Okay, that's fine. Oh, this is all clogged up, man. Come on. Oh. That's kind of strange, isn't it? So I'm trying to get rid of all my individual, like, turning lanes settings and whatnot, because that obviously wasn't always helpful. or isn't always helpful. I should just use that feature, and that's another learning maybe. I should probably just use that feature whenever I really have to. At what level do I still see that? That's fine. Now things seem to start moving just slightly. That's another problem. Clogged up thing here. So I don't want to give them any priority here. Doesn't make any sense, like changing the game mechanics too much. And I want to change that into a 4-lane road as well. 6-lane. It's actually a 6-lane. So that could help solve things. So things start moving just a little bit. They do start moving. It's just nice to see. Maybe it doesn't change anything. I'm not sure. But I keep upgrading those roads now. And I also want to remove traffic lights. It's another thing. So first we should delete that. Traffic lights, they are not active. I'm gonna change that. Change this here. Change the traffic light settings. Looks as if there is something going on here. Yeah, probably that's okay-ish. I'm wondering how the traffic flow changed. 78%, so we are getting closer. It's slowly getting better. So let me just take a little break and I'll be back for you in a few minutes. So there's another step that I want to talk about, and maybe I need to do that. I want to establish free public transport for everyone in the city. So hopefully that helps clearing out some of the car traffic here. I'm literally absolutely sorry about, hopefully I can afford that. I think I should be able to afford it, I assume. Yeah, I think this should work. That shouldn't be a big issue here. So I'm just curious to check it again. My policies here, my finance thing, budget. I'm wondering how much does it cost me? Loans, investments. No, it's not there. Policy. Guys, where are you? So profit. I'm making no profit at all. It costs me 32k. A subway is really expensive. Your expense is 9%, yet almost 10% from public transport. So this is one of the other options that you usually have when you're stuck in traffic. So what I already have or do have is pedestrian pathways. No, I don't have those yet. Heavy traffic. Hardly any heavy traffic is seen in downtown, so I'm not worried about this. Roundabouts would be an option, but I don't want to have a huge roundabout sitting here in the center, especially since this would kind of compromise with my university area here. Pedestrian pathways, build cargo train, harbor terminals. So harbor, I don't have that, but I do have cargo trains, and it's not even an issue on the highways any longer. It's more in the downtown area. I'm sorry, just have to change the setting on my display here. So that's that. And here everything seems to get stuck. So I'm checking those settings here. I'm removing all of that. I'm also like, I don't want to turn on lane switching here. Maybe things are becoming a bit better now, or was this just a first impression? So that should be it. Do I have no any of these? There are no problems here. Is the traffic flow getting any better? 79%. It's way too low. I have to increase that. So that's a huge issue here. This is another thing clogged up completely. And maybe it's not good to have. Let me just check something. I'm going to reorganize things slightly over here. So I also want to move you down one part here. And then obviously the drugstore and other things like that, they will have to disappear. So what I want to do is I'm picking up this network here. I'm deleting that road because maybe I'm not yet deleting that. I will check and see in a second what's happening with that road. And now I want to set up this here in a way so that I don't destroy, hopefully don't destroy my park. No, I do not. And then I'm moving you back here. And maybe the elementary school also back there. So I'm curious what happens now. It might be even more challenging for them now to find the best way that they could take through town. Even that is clogged up, like those little streets here. Oh, this has traffic lights, doesn't it? Does it have traffic lights here? Yeah, turning that off. That's clogged. That does look better, but I want to have a different road here. And I need to go back to this one. Replace that small road with a bigger one instead. Because then the whole lane switching should happen a bit easier here. Where are we at with the traffic? 82. So it's slowly getting better. I also want to upgrade that road to something slightly bigger. And also this one. And that's, I think, a dumb solution here. And I want to ban. Let me check and see what I can ban here. Or what else I can change here. Setting that crossing. No lane switching. You can go anytime you want. Can't change your lanes here. What's happening here? Is there a node issue? So sometimes it's just those small things that keep you from succeeding. It's that setting here. Probably like this. Should make it a bit better. But that's now blocking that traffic. So let people just go. Go. That got a bit better. And there is again everything clogged up here. I just don't get why they are making those detours. Why are they taking those detours to that other part of town here? So maybe if I remove just this dead-end road, or I could also set up a road to here. Okay, there's also something definitely wrong. Okay, now people can pass through here. And I am going to give it another try. Okay, they stopped doing that hokey pokeys over there. Just a few cars are now doing their thing. Like that's 2-lane already. And for this here, I can also see that it's kind of stupid. Why do I need that? I don't need it at all at the moment. And I could eventually put in a pathway for citizens to cross from here to there easily. And hopefully also from here to, like from this end of the road to here. That's connected. As you can see, I'm pretty confident that if I'm getting things straight here, hopefully it changes a lot of things for my citizens here, and less people will have to take their cars or walking, and they can concentrate on walking a bit better or a bit more than they actually did before. And that's just clogged, but why is it? So surprised, like why are you doing that? I need to take a look at the turning lanes again, at the settings here. So I don't want you to switch. That's not good. So there are no settings there. The bus is blocking something here. So it slowly starts to get better, but I'm not yet too confident here. And I also want you to be deleted because I don't need you guys to make a turn here in a dead-end road. It's not helpful. And there's only a couple of roads that lead through that whole district here, and this is also bad. This is really bad. Snap to all, that's fine. And I have to change the setting here. They can turn. They should move whenever they can. So that's not intended. Here. That significantly changes things at least slightly, but then it's not significant, like 80%. So is it still bad in some occasions? There it's still not good. Probably I'm upgrading this whole thing here. I'm just giving it a try. Honestly, I'm not worried about losing any of my bigger businesses here. It's just commercial. And I'm also taking into consideration to upgrade my road here ever so slightly, but then I have to move like this entrance a little bit further out. Also this here, I have to move it somehow. And that here as well, and this here as well. So that's again connected. I'm taking that again to... Okay, I just stopped the game because I saw that this here was deleted throughout this whole rebuild thing. So it's back connected back to the college zone here. And even that should be upgraded. Some kind of shape and form. So I'm upgrading this here. And I think this is significantly important to have. I think this is really important to have over time. Maybe it's just time to upgrade your streets at some point in time and have more of these bigger roads lead through your district. And I could also potentially upgrade that one here. But why should I? No, I think it's not yet that crucial to do that. Yeah, next time I have to pre-plan things accordingly beforehand. So 82%, it's getting better. And I think by improving my road network, this might significantly improve also my, I just go ahead and do it. Like, it's not my favorite thing to do, obviously, but I will just do it now. So I have to rezone again this part here. I have to rezone there a few things. Just want to make sure that like I'm using most of the available space at least, and let that upgrade again. There are traffic lights sitting for whatever reason, so I'm changing that back into a more priority road thing, and you should absolutely have the priority here. So I'm going back and forth between upgrading, changing things here. So you can go at any point in time as soon as you can. So that's pretty clear now. This here could be another entrance point too. So it starts to slowly get better. And most likely it's really about upgrading existing roads to an improved network. So I'm upgrading that here to a more like 6-lane-ish road to something like this. That's a huge change, a massive change to my whole city layout. I don't really like it, but it's the way it is. I can't do anything about that. So that's a nice detour they had taken here. Yeah, but it's kind of solved, I would like to say. 82%. Why is that happening here? Is it because of a bus station or what is it? Traffic lights. Oh, I see. I see that. Maybe it's because of that. So that keeps moving. I don't believe it. I do not yet believe that. Upgrading roads? Honestly, was that it? 83%. But at least the traffic keeps flowing, which is a good thing. So there are no major issues. Like, that's just a busy location. That's just busy. That's just busy. That's also just busy. So there are no new things happening. The airport area is absolutely not busy. Why did that change again? Oh, because I upgraded the road, I get that. Like this here. So you're connected back to the point in time, or that pathway. Just wanted to adjust that because it doesn't look that nice. Yeah, I think that's good. And here I have to change my priority. Things might just let you go. Yeah, that's stupid. Do not need any of those here. So now things started moving again. 2 buses standing here. Okay, that's fine. Things started moving again. That's also one of those things. Please create bus stations that are big enough for cars to get moving past them. This would have been really nice. Another change that I hope to see in City Skylines 1. City Skylines 2, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. So you have priority for sure. Where are we at? 82. Yeah, so either or, even if it's one of the weirdest episodes that I had so far, I'm not that unhappy about the outcome of it. And yeah, I will have to check and see how things are turning out, but obviously it can be that I have to change a few things significantly, like I incorporated subway, that probably helped, and then I still need to take care of my other public transport options here in the city. So because I want to solve this, and this is kind of just wondering, is it commercial? No, it's all office. Like, they're most likely going there for work. Yeah, so I would split things up ever so slightly. And this might also be a huge attraction for citizens to travel there. So maybe we need a better bus line here as well over time. So yeah, in that case, I'm just ending this episode now. It's one of the weird ones that I had. It's kind of difficult to manage everything accordingly. But I was trying to do my best to get rid at least of some of the things that I had seen happening here. Yeah, and there seems to be a huge business center, business park, whatnot. So I need to change that for sure. So I would like to thank you for joining me again today here in my city of Springvalley. It's been dragging along for a long time, and I'm very sorry for this. Not very exciting and not very pleasant outcome here. It's still not perfect. It's still not 100% correct, and I think I could do way better with that district. Yeah, but still, I'll have to check and see, revisit it again maybe sometime later. So thank you very much for joining me. I would like to ask you for a comment, a like, or maybe you want to consider following me here on YouTube. And yeah, I hope to see you soon back, and thank you very much for hanging in and watching all this happening here. Thanks a lot, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Bye bye.